My name is Sharik, and I've developed the Rezzimax tuner. Many of you have asked us to be able to develop a couple of videos that show closer the techniques and maybe what are some of the most important techniques. So today we're going to show you 7 on Chloe. I'm really glad that you came, Chloe.
Yeah.
We've never met before tonight. But Chloe, do you mind sharing a little bit about why you might be interested in seeing what this can do for you?
Of course. Yeah, I've never been treated by Sharik, but I have migraines that I've had since I was 12, and I have stroke-like symptoms, so they kind of flare up and down depending on hormones with my period, or depending on stress or physical activity that I am doing or not doing. So I'm just interested in learning more so that I can control those without having to take medicine to kind of calm them down as they start happening.
Great. So I'm glad you're here for this. Yeah. Thank you. The first one we want to show, so technique number 1 that I like to hit for almost everybody is the back of the neck. I'll turn the tuner on high or whatever level she would like. I put the tongs out wide and the back of the tuner to the front like this. So that goes, the back of the tuner goes along the spine. These tongs go out to the sides of the neck. And then this little button right here hits these areas where these muscles carry a lot of tension, just right at the top of the neck there. And so it's just below the skull. And that should feel extremely good, does it? And then what's the thing that we're going to ask her to do? Put her tongue in between her teeth. That has her unhinge the jaw just a little bit. And hum, which engages a branch of the vagus nerve, the greatest healing component in the entire nervous system. And even sitting up here, that feels very comfortable. We can enhance that by just having her rest back in an easy chair or in our table here. I'll show you my favorite way to do that technique. It's just to bring your legs to the front here. Put our amazing little Rezzimax pillow to work right there, which helps support the sides of her neck. And she will tell you that that feels extremely good. And if she were having a migraine headache right now, it would already be de-escalating, calming down, and starting to turn off just in 40 seconds here. The other nice thing about having her hum to that is it slows her breathing down, kicks us into the parasympathetic nervous system. Good. So that's technique number 1. Technique number 2, I'm going to put this back towards the front, back towards the knobs. I'm going to turn it down all the way. She can turn it up higher if she would like to, but I'm going to turn it down, bring it about 2 inches apart, and put that right on the eyebrows. And she can just set her head back. So anatomically, we're hitting a branch of the trigeminal nerve right here. It's called the supraorbital branch. I'm going to have Chloe hold it, because now she's getting her nervous system engaged in the process even better. This balancing of the trigeminal nerve makes such a big difference. I hope you can see that well. The perfect placement would be right on the eyebrows, but anywhere in the region will help her to be able to calm that area down. So that's number 2, right on top of the eyebrows. Number 3 would be pinch it together, push it right against the top of the ridge above your nose. So the pressure is towards the top of the head right here. And that also feels very good. She's humming to each of these techniques to get her brain and her nervous system to find its calm spot. It's like learning the recipe or practicing a song until she's got it down. She's practicing the tune that will help her nervous system stop holding on to so much tension and pressure. So you can go for longer than 30 seconds, but 30 seconds is sufficient in each of these. Tell me how you're doing so far.
I feel great.
That's how you should be.
Yeah.
The next technique, I like to turn it to the back here so that it's easier to reach. Take it a couple of inches apart and she's going to turn it on whatever level she feels comfortable. Your job is just to take it from front to back of your head. That'll probably feel amazing. And just hum along to that. If she'll run that through her, along her scalp, probably 7 or 8 times, that makes a world of difference. So number 1, back of the neck. Number 2, in the eyebrows. Number 3, top of the nose. Number 4, along the top of her head. Very good. Now you can go longer on those, of course. Doesn't hurt a thing. How are things feeling so far?
Relaxed.
Oh, way better?
Yeah.
Now this is a technique that she has never experienced, and sometimes it scares people just a little bit, so I want to talk about this. This is going to go inside her mouth. Now at home, she can just wash this. It's just toothbrush material. She can wash it, rinse it, and it's okay to use. Here, we'll use a glove, and if you put that so that 2 fingers of the glove cover that, it's super clean. And if you, I'm going to get it prepared. I know that almost everybody likes this one on high, so I bumped it up 10 notches to get it onto high. So it goes inside the mouth, goes outside of the teeth. So it's out into the what I call the chipmunk areas, where you hold your the nut out there. So it's outside of the jaw, outside of the teeth. It's not hitting on any teeth, right? We're going to go ahead and turn that on. My favorite technique with this is to kind of turn it side to side, find some sore spots. If you find some sore spots, leave it there for a little while. You can feel a lot of tension in there, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
And most people have no realization that they carry so much tension in their jaw that's related to their headaches. But it makes sense after you start working on it. Oh yeah, keep the jaw calm. I'm going to keep the headaches at bay. If you keep humming with these techniques, your brain learns that pattern, learns that rhythm a whole lot faster. And then one more technique with this in the mouth one is just to have her open her jaw just as far as she can. Open, open, open. And then slowly close it. What that does is it helps balance the pterygoids and the very tight muscles that are part of the clenching mechanism. It helps balance their relationship right side to left side. Working with people for so many years, I've always found that one side, usually their dominant side, the muscles are a lot more developed, a lot stronger. They carry a lot more tension in their dominant side. Well, this technique of opening and closing the mouth very slowly, repeatedly, helps balance out right and left sides. I usually have them do that 6 or 7 times. And what you've done already is enough to show quite a difference. Turn it off and then pinch it together right up here by your lips. Pinch it together, and that way it doesn't pull on your lips too hard when it comes off. How are you doing so far?
I liked that one a lot. That felt good.
That's going to become one of your new best friends, isn't it? Okay, so we've done number 1, behind the neck. Number 2, eyebrows. Number 3, top of the nose. Number 4, top of the head. Number 5 was in the mouth. This is another important one right now. With it about an inch and a half apart, it's going to go just below the jaw. And you can just kind of relax your jaw against there. And it's also going to hit the upper part of the chest. And she's going to hold on to it with both hands. And just hum along to that. So we're now working on the openers of the jaw to get those to calm down. When we have it connect down to the breastbone, we're actually working on some areas like the thyroid gland is in between the 2 of those points. The thymus gland is just under there. The heart's under there. So we're using this as a vagus nerve trainer. This device is helping the vagus nerve find balance. Good. Doing good so far?
Doing great. Feels awesome.
there's one more point that makes a world of difference, and we'll finish with this last one. If you bend your knees up just a little bit, or if you're at home and you're sitting in a chair, you can just put it on the floor. But there are 2 points on the bottom sides of the feet, right in here in the arch, that we like to hit with the tuner, and it makes a world of difference for people. I'm going to leave it on high. Most people can tolerate that. Bend the knees just a little bit more so that you're holding that just with pressure of your feet and humming to that. Now the interesting thing is, before she starts humming, she'll only feel that down closer to her feet. As she starts humming, she'll literally feel the energy moving up through the entire nervous system until it feels like it connects from her feet all the way up to her head. All right. So you could go longer. It doesn't hurt anything if you go for 10 minutes in some of these techniques. It doesn't seem to make it any better than 1 or 2 minutes, though. What's important, though, is you're a hemiplegic, or you get stroke-like symptoms with your migraines. Now, some of us, I've had a real stroke, so I know what it feels like to have the whole left side of me go numb and lose the ability to walk and stuff. But you've had it enough that you can see what that does to the entire nervous system when it goes into that state. Right. Tell me what your thoughts are on the tuner and the 7 techniques that you worked through.
Well, even now, I've been having these migraines, and even today, this morning, I had one. And just being able to use the tuner to kind of rebalance my body is what it feels like. Just a rebalancing and being able, like you said, from the feet, connecting it all the way through my entire body. It just feels centered and balanced and a lot more relaxed in my jaw and in my head, and just that tension that I get behind my eyes and in the left side of my face, the left side of my body, that's all gone, which is wonderful.
You could use this.
I could totally use it.
Every day for 6 weeks, and I'm going to give you one as a present for being up here today, so thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.